Why is it important to keep your vow? And why is God a covenant God? And what does a covenant mean? According to the dictionary.com, a covenant is an agreement usually formed between two or more persons to do or not to do a certain thing. In Ecclesiastes 5:4-5, when you make a vow to God, do not delay to pay it, for he has no pleasure in fools. Pay what you vow. It is better not to vow than to vow and not to pay. We can look at the Jews. See, they were told if they followed God, their enemies would be defeated. And if every time they didn't follow God, they were beaten and exiled. We can also look at Abraham's covenant with God. Genesis 17:4. As for me, behold, my covenant is with you, for you shall be the father of many nations, and your name shall no longer be Abram, but Abraham. I will make you a father of many nations, and Isaac and Ishmael will also be nations. Isaac will hold the covenant, the everlasting covenant, and his descendants after him. As for Ishmael, I will make him fruitful and multiply exponentially. He will beget 12 princes, and I will make a great nation of him. But my covenant I will establish with Isaac, whom Sarah will beget this time next year. See, there was something about this Isaac that we totally just not look at. See, God promised that Abraham, that Isaac would be born. Now, in Genesis 18:11, it tells us that now that Abraham and Sarah were old in age, Sarah was past the age of childbearing, and her womb was dead, but God made life in it. But God's everlasting covenant, passed on from Abraham to David, was 14 generations, and from David to the captivity in Babylon was 14 generations, and from the captivity to Babylon to Jesus the Christ was 14 generations. The genealogy of Christ can be found from 1:1 to 16 in Matthew. See, God has fulfilled all his promises to us. The only ones he has not yet fully fulfilled is the ones relating to the end time prophecies, the ones dealing with the end times prophecies which will come. Let us focus on the most important promise. There is two enemies, sin and death. The law makes sin noticeable so we can see how it is. No one could live a truly righteous lifestyle, so God had to find a way to counteract, well, our foolishness, our own sin. Us. He has always had the plan before it even happened, to defeat sin, before it even happened. See, God, before the beginning, the foundations of the world, had in his mind that he needed to, well, come and deal with the problem. Us. Our heart. We needed a heart transplant. And we need to, well, we need sacrifice. This is going to be a 2-part lesson. Thank you for watching the first part. I'll get the second part up as soon as possible. Thank you.